welcome back to our Vitamin Jesus channel.
Woo woo!
Alright, today we're going to be talking about stewardship. And when we think of stewardship, we think that it's the job of supervising or taking care of something, when actually the biblical definition of stewardship, it's actually it's actually utilizing and maintaining all resources God has provided us for the glory of God and the betterment of His creation. And I did some research on stewardship, and it actually says in the Bible that there are 4 principles of stewardship. And it's ownership, responsibility, accountability, and also reward. And I also have written a small devotional that I put together myself because I think it ties back and it makes more sense to me, and it also might make more sense to you. So, have you ever lent someone a tool or a toy and it came back broken? It's absolutely disappointing. You had something that was useful and good, but someone else ruined it. When God instructed Adam to take care of the Garden of Eden, He said, "It's mine, and I want you to take care of it for me." God called His people to care for everything, from their animals to their good name. Priests were to care for their tabernacle so that it would remain a holy place. Caring involves protecting. Caring shows that you respect something. Take care of things. In our daily lives, we specialize our caring. Some for others' health, some care for the education of children, and so on. Each of these things is godly work. God's garden is our world, and it needs a lot of care. Its animals, plants, political, educational, and economic systems need care. God placed us on earth to do some work. Whatever it may be, we are to shape and change and develop the good creation that God provides. By doing work in God's world, we show that we are His children. So, to me, stewardship, it's very meaningful and very powerful. And what I did not realize is how precious this garden, or in this case, earth, is. And I never realized how much we actually need to provide and take care of earth, because God has called us and asked us to do so. And as Christians, we go out and we might do things on accident, and we might do things that aren't good for His garden, but we might not always replenish what has died or what has gone away. And what I mean by that is, we care for His garden, but we don't provide for His garden. And I don't know. But when I think of stewardship, I think that this earth, or God's garden, is a precious thing to me. And I think that if someone were to break my garden or kill my garden or do something to my garden, I would be very disappointed. And I think that God is trying to tell us that He wants us to protect the earth. He wants us to protect and care for His garden and His ground and what He created.
Another analogy I'd like to use is a garden, but when I think of a garden, I mean like a garden in our soul, where God is the one who's providing the crops and the fruits for our garden, and it is our job to water and take care of the plants. And by doing that, I mean like reading our Bible and letting it grow, watching those plants grow. But of course there's always going to be, weeds in the garden, and they're always going to pop up. Like you don't see weeds coming, like it just pops up. Like you don't even plant it there, but they're the ones who's always going to try to eat up your crops and are always going to try to kill it. But you have to be the one to get rid of those weeds, and you have to put the effort into it. They're going to always pop up whether you like it or not. It's going to be hard, but that's what stewardship is all about. Caring for your garden, the garden of your soul, is not easy, but there's always going to be, thieves. Like let's just put this as an analogy. If you have a wall surrounding your soul, and there's always going to be thieves to come in and try to snatch what you have. But you see, we can't just let those thieves come in. We have to go out and attack them. We have to fight them with the 5 armors of God. And I have something to say about the 5 armors of God. So it says in Ephesians 6:13-18, "Therefore put on the full armor of God, so that when the day of evil comes, you may be able to stand your ground, and after you have done everything, to stand. Stand firm then, with the belt of truth buckled around your waist, with the breastplate of righteousness in place, and your feet fitted with the readiness that comes from the gospel of peace. In addition to this, take up the shield of faith, with which you can extinguish all the flaming arrows of the evil one. Take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God. And pray in the Spirit on all occasions with all kinds of prayers and requests. With this in mind, be alert and always keep on praying for all of the Lord's people." The weeds in the garden are kind of like, like the temptations that the devil is always going to try to make pop up. Like, you don't see it coming. It could be something good that's trying to distract you from God. It could be something bad that's trying to distract you from God. But you have to kill those things. Once you realize that it's there, you have to take that out before it starts, what's it called?
Expanding?
Manifesting in your own garden, and then eventually all your crops are dead, and it's just going to be even harder for you than it was before to, bring that back to life. And I think that if the devil tries to, attack you or attack your garden, then we have to equip ourselves with the 5 armors of God. And with those 5 armors, you can, whatever the devil tries to throw at you, it's not gonna affect you whatsoever. I mean, of course, he's gonna always try to test you, He's really gonna try to test you. But it's not gonna be as hard when you have God by your side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So,
thank you for watching,
thank you for
our
watching
Vitamin Jesus video. I still encourage, I know I say
That-
this every video.
that you read my mother's book.
I always encourage this
Yeah.
because I strongly encourage this.
Oh, but I'm
and
sorry.
It's every video.
Okay, but my mom, she hasn't finished the book yet. I mean she has, but it's not actually published yet. So, the link is gonna be in the description, but it's not out yet. But it's coming soon. So,
but when it does, I will
laying out
let
there.
you know. But I
Yeah.
am still telling you that it's amazing. But anyway,
Yes.
thank you for watching
Yes,
this
thank
video.
you all. God bless.
We love you.
so much.
Bye.
Put music. No, I'm just kidding.